search very silently. So where the individual is in total silence. So especially when he is doing the sacrifice, he was quietly observing, and therefore he will not talk to you. Therefore he said, they say, Diksham gato hi esha muni maunitvam cha gamishyati. Therefore we are telling you from today onwards, 6 nights, you have to wait and protect this Vedic ritual. Tau tu tatvachanam shrutva, having listened to this, Rajaputro Yashasvino, these 2 famous princes, Anidram Shad Ahoratram. For 6 days and nights, Anidram, no sleep. That is the commitment. So we have decided to, and very purpose of Vishwamitra bringing them and training them and giving them all the weapons, etc. for what? Making sure that finally this is accomplished. Anidram Shadahoratram Tapovanam Arakshatam. They protected this forest of austerity there. Upasan Chakruduhu. They engaged in that great upasana. Tivrao, Virao, they are very well responded. Yettau Paramadhanvino. With their bow in their hand, extremely vigilant, waiting. Rarakshaduhu, protected. Munivaram Vishwamitram Arindamo. They were protecting Vishwamitra there. Now you understand. We chant this particular verse during the worship of Sri Rama. We say, Agrada Prushtadaschaiva Parshvadascha Mahabalau Akarna Purna Danvano Rakshetam Rama Lakshmano Agradaha Prushtataha Chaiva Parshvadascha Mahabalau. When we are doing the puja for Sri Rama, we say, in the front, in the back, in the sides, let these 2 valorous, 2 great warriors, Rama Lakshmano Rakshetam. May these 2 great warriors who are vowed to protect the good action, they always protect this. We say that when you are doing the puja. Now, let us look at it philosophically. Bhagavan Sri Rama is a very embodiment of Viveka. Viveka means what? Knowing clearly what is right. That itself is so difficult for most of us. Because in this world, what is right or what is real is so complicated, it is as complicated as removing milk from water. Today I was in a restaurant, in an Asian restaurant. We were eating. So at that time, few people came in. They were coming for the first time. They looked up and then there's a picture of all the items are there. And then it's written in what it calls prawn. And then chicken and this and another written there. I said, okay, it's all mouth-watering. Very good. So they said, how do you prepare this? I didn't see any of these things. They said, this is not real chicken. It is made of all, out of soya and all this. Not real? Not real at all? It's all unreal? So we were talking, say, here is Vedanta going on. Things are appearing to be there, but not there. Unreal everything. It's all looking up very, very real. In the same way, what appears to be real is not real. What appears to be unreal, it is real. So when you say Paramatma, it is real, that is not real to us. And this world is unreal. That looks very real to us. So Viveka is where not by perception, but by knowledge, one should know what is real. Not by seeing. By seeing what eyes report, that is not real. So the ability to discriminate based upon the knowledge, not based upon perception, that is the nature of Rama, Vivek. And as you know, the nature of Lakshmana is Vairagya. He is ready to let go anything for the sake of his brother. That means, in our personality, when we get Viveka or correct understanding, we must also develop enough Vairagya to let go for the sake of Viveka, anything. Then what we do also will be protected. So Rama and Lakshmana, Viveka Vairagya, they protect whatever is good. If we can develop these two traits, then anything that we do will be successful. Otherwise, we compromise here, compromise there, let go. Then what happens? Slowly we become so weak. Pajama personality. And what happened finally? We just do not achieve anything. So here that is the symbolic representation. Rama and Lakshmana with the bow and arrow in their hand, meaning at any cost, we will not leave our post. Viveka is for whatever it comes, I will stay by that. And Vairagya, I will stay by that Vairagya. No matter what. And eventually you will see that when we take up something with this determination, success is for sure. So that's what we should understand here. And now, when this Vedic ritual is going on, Vishwamitra is extremely concentrating and quietly doing his work. At that time, what happens? Atakale gate tasmin shashte hahani tatagate Saumitram abravit Ramo Yatto bhava samahitaha Ramasyevam brvanasya Tvaridasya yuyutsaya Prajajvala tato vedihi Sopadhyaya purohita Sadarba chamasasrakka Sasamit kusumochaya Vishwamitrena Sahita Vedirjajvala Satvija. These are all tongue twisters. They want to find out whether you really cleaned your tongue today or not. Ata kale gate, as the time passed by, tasmin kale, that place, tasmin shashte ahani tata agate. When the 6th day began, because 6-day ritual it was, shashte ahani tata agate, when that 6th day began, Somidram abravit Rama. So Somidram is Sumitra Putra. So he came closer to Lakshmana and said, hey, listen to me. Be very, very alert now. Because this is when we can expect our wonderful visitors. They are going to appear any time. Ramasya evam brahmanasya. Thus, he, the Rama, as even he was talking, Tvaritasya, very eager, Yuyutsaya, for to fight. Prajajvala tato Vedi. Suddenly the Vedic fire started blazing there. Sobadhyaya Purohita. Sa Upadhyaya Purohita. So all the Purohits there, they were offering things. And in any Vedic ritual, the final offering should be done only when the fire is in full blaze. When in the final, Purnahuti also, you cannot give to a fire which is hardly there. It has to be blazing fire. And the blazing fire in Mundakopanishad, it is said, there are 7 flames of the fire has to be there. And a Brahma means the main priest who doesn't involve himself in offering anything, he will watch for these 7 flames to appear. There are 7 places, Kali, Karali, and there are many names are there. I don't know, I say Kali, Karali, etc. That means you don't know the further rules. So they are called the 7 tongues of fire. Once they appear, that means that fire god is all pleased to take your ahuti. So these purohits, they were ready to offer. That's why it says, Sa Darba. Darba is a particular kind of a grass that they offer, Darba. Then, Chamasa means a Vedic, in the Vedic ritual they use a particular wooden bowl, that one. Srakha is a long ladle with which they offer the ghee, etc. Samit means the wooden sticks that is offered. Kusumochaya and a collection of flowers, all of them. Vishwamitrena Sahita, along with Vishwamitra. Meaning, not Vishwamitra is along with them, they put Vishwamitra along with him. With Sahita, Sa Rudvija, by the Ritviks there, Vedir Jajwala. The Vedi means the ritual fire, started coming into great flame. So that means the last part of the yajna is coming to end. That is the climax there. At that time, what happened? Mantravachayatanyayam yajñoso sampravartate akashe cha mahashabdah pradurasir bhayanakah Avarya gaganam megho yatha pravrushi drishyate tata mayam vikurvano rakshasavabhyatavatam marichasya subahuscha tayoranucharasya Agamya bhima sankashaha Rudirogam avasrujan Tam tena rudirogena Vedim bhiksha sabhukshitam Sahasa abidruto Ramaha Tanapashyatato divi Tavapadanto sahasa Drishtva rajiva lochanaha Lakshmanam tva abhisampreshya Ramo vachanam abhravit Mantravat, all the various mantras being chanted, yatanyayam. You know, it is interesting. Sanskrit as a language is not actually a language. It is formation of sounds. The understanding of this language is a little more subtler than merely a wordy pronunciations. In English, you know, when you say something, let's say table or a chair. So it has table, you know, you understand a table, and the word table is connected to a form called table. The chair, when you say the chair word, connected to a form called chair. But most Sanskrit words are those which come closer to the very object itself. For example, gaganam. So, the very sound itself is the very origin of that word. This is how that language was formed, slowly. So the language not formed just as a spoken language. It is based upon the sound. I hope you understand what it means. See, let us say that I am talking to you, you are talking to me, and I do not like what you are saying. When I say, what does it mean? I don't like what you are saying. Right? But am I talking any language to you? What does that mean? Useless and a waste of time. Why is he wasting my time? So I am not saying all these things. But have you not understood? I hope. So that when I say make a sound, it is not a sound as a language, but it is a sound. What does it mean? It means so many things. That requires maturity also, right? If a small child may not understand, but as you grow up, what that particular sound means, don't talk to me any further. So the language is essentially a sound. So that Sanskrit language, therefore, it is by Shabda only it is to be understood. That's why Shabda Pramanam it is. So Vedic mantras are Shabda Pramanam. They are not language, written language. Because the sound itself conveys the meaning, not what you say. Of course, what you say is important also, but the word is in the form of a sound more than in the form of a written or a formation of letters. When somebody is, sympathetic, what does it mean? What does it mean? Are you saying anything? You're not saying anything. And this sound is universal. It's not, only some people understand, some people don't. No, it's that particular sound which you make is definitely understandable for anybody who is sensitive to that sound. Okay, well, this is what he means. Hi. What does it mean? Hi means what? Oh, what is the meaning? You tell me what is the meaning. Oh, what is that meaning? Oh, I understood, I recognized. Oh. So every language that has a review say, whether anybody says, oh. But Indians, there's not only the sound, the way they shake the head also has a lot of meaning. Now you have to understand what is right or wrong or yes or no or no, don't know what it is. Anyway, so please understand here, mantra therefore is not just words, it is a sound. That is why so much emphasis is given on passing on the knowledge by sound alone. The teacher has to teach the correct way. Then only you can understand that. So here, mantra with yethanyayam. That's why it's put yethan. As it is to be done. Yethanyayam mantravaccha yajna asau sampravartate. As this is about to be complete, akashe cha mahan shabdaha. There was a weak sound in the space. Pradurasi bhayanaka. They appeared and it created so much of fear in the heart of the people who were listening. But when I heard last week, Sunday or Saturday, that thunder, I was so delighted. Because never in this southern part of the world, southern California, ever we heard such kind of a thunder for a long time. You go to Florida and all, you get very often. But here, that thunder and all, that's the first time. Thunder and rain. How long we waited for this. But here, that thunder sound, it came, Avarya Gaganam Megha, completely covering the entire space, like the clouds, Pravrishi Drishyate, Yatha Pravrishi Drishyate, like that of a rainy season, how the clouds appear so much in full, so much of quantity and then cover the entire space. In the same way, Tata Mayam Vikurvanau Rakshasau Abhyadavatam. These two Rakshasas, that is sons of Tataka, they appeared like that of the huge clouds and covered the entire space there. Who are those? Marichas Subahuscha. Maricha and Subahu, these two of them, Tayor Anucharas Chata, and also all their attendants. They are coming like a huge cloud, close encounters of the last order. They were coming into the last day of the ritual attacking. They came, Agamya Bhima Sanghashaha. They are so humongous. Bhima Sanghashaha. Ruti Raugam Avasrujan. And what they do is they pour down blood. What an inauspicious thing at the end of this. So they started throwing this blood towards the Vedic ritual. Tam tena rudirogena vedim viksha samukshitam. The Vedic ritual altar is being drenched by the blood that they were throwing about there. Sahasa abhidrudo Ramaha. Immediately the Rama who was watching this, immediately he rushed there towards that abhidrudaha. Ramaha tan apashya tato divi. He looked at them, they are there on the sky. Tau apatanto sahasa. Tau, those two are coming down into that ritual place. Drishtva Rajiva Lochanaha, the Lord with the lotus eyes, Lakshmanam tu abhisamprekshya, approaching Lakshmana is Ramo Vachanam Abraveed. He spoke to Lakshmana. I have something to tell you now. What did he say there? Pashya Lakshmana Durvruttan Rakshadan Pishitashanan Manavastra Samadhutan Anilena Yataganan Karishyamena Sandeha Notsahe Hantumi Drishan Yityuktva Vachanam Ramaha Chape Sandaya Vegavan Manavam Paramodaram Astram Paramabhaswaram Chiksheva Paramakrudho Marichorasi Ragavaha Satena Paramastrena Manavena Samahataha Sampurnam Yojana Shatam Kshiptasagara Samplave Vichetanam Gurnantam Shiteshu Palabhididam Nirastam Drishyamaricham Ramo Lakshmanam Abraveet Pashya Lakshmana Shiteshum Manavam Manusamhitam Mohayitva Nayatyenam Nacha Praner Vijyate. Hey Lakshmana, Pashya Lakshmana Durvruttan, this evil conduct, evil person, evil being, Rakshasan, Pishita Ashanan. Pishita means the meat of wild animals, those who are eating. It's called Pishita Ashanan. Ashana means to eat. Pishitam, the meat. Meat of what? Not human beings. They eat the flesh of the leopard and the lions and all wild animals. So such cannibals they are, and human blood also, human blood also. See them, such individuals. And they are coming here, Manavastra Samadhutan Anilena Yataganan. So like they are coming like a huge cloud, and there is one, like the wind when it comes in, how these clouds get scattered away. In the same way, by using the Manava Astra, because remember he was given many different kinds of weapons by Vishwamitra. I am going to use Manava Astra by which they will get completely scattered. In this way he said, Karishyami na sandeha. I will do it with no doubt in my mind. Na utsahe hantumi drishan. I will not even have any patience and I will kill them for sure. I will not tolerate them anymore. Ityuktva vachanam. Having said this, Ramaha chape in his bow, sandhaya vegavan, he connected a particular kind of a shaft or astra. And what is that? Manavam parama udaram astram, the extremely powerful Manav astra, Paramabhaswaram, which is most resplendent, Chikshepa Paramakruddaha. He released it with so much of anger. Maricha Urasi, at the chest of Maricha. Raghava, Lord, has aimed at it and shot at it. Satena Parama Astrena. That Maricha, Tena Astrena, by that powerful weapon, Manavena Samahataha. This was presided over by Manu. Manu, the first king. So it was the blessing of Manu who is presiding over that particular astra. And Manavena Samahataha. Sampurnam Yojana Sadam Shittaha. That arrow was so powerful, it took Maricha, such a huge fellow, and took him 800 miles inside the ocean. It didn't kill him, but it just pushed him all the way. Imagine the power of that Manavastra there. Chiksheva Paramakrutaha Sampurnam Yojana Shatam Kshiptaha Sagara Samplave. All the way into the water. So then, he tells Vichetanam Vigurnantam Shita Ishu Balapiritam. Ishu means arrow. Shita Ishu is a cold shaft, and it is so powerful. And what it is? Nirastam Drishya Maricham Ramo Lakshmana. Seeing that how Maricha was completely destroyed, which means he was taken away from the whole scene. Seeing that, he tells Lakshmana, Pashya Lakshmana, hey Lakshmana, see this. Have we read that? Have we read that? Pashya Lakshmana, Shida Yushum, this cold shaft, Manavam Manu Samhitam, presided over by Manu, Mohayitva Nayati. It deludes the person and it leads to faraway place. Nacha praner viyujjate, but does not kill that person. Because, as per the plan, Maricha is supposed to come back again. He is coming back at that time he will take care of him. Not now, at this moment. So, now the other fellow is there, Subahu. So, he has to be taken care. Imana vivadishyami Nigrunan Dushtacharinah Rakshasan Papakarmastan Yajnagnan Rudirashanan Ityuktva Lakshmanam Chashu Lagavam Darshayanniva Vigrihya Sumahachastram Agneyam Raghunandanaha Shesha Subahurasi Chikshepa Savidhaha. Here there is difference there. Again, Vigrihya Samuchayan Agneyam Raghunandanaha. Suvarukshepa Saviddaha Pratapat Bhuvi Seshan Vayavyamadaya Nijagana Mahayashaha Raghava Paramodaro Muninam Mudamavahan Sahatva Rakshasan Sarvan Yajnagnan Raghunandanaha Rishibhihi Pujitastatra Yatendro Vijaye Pura Iman Abhivadishyami. Iman is not a person's name. Iman, like Imran Khan or something like that. Iman. Iman is not anybody's name. Iman means these. Iman, all these people, others also, who are accompanying this Maricha, Vadishyami, I will kill them. And how we are going to, Nirgrunan Dushtacharinaha. Gruna means mercy. Mercy, sympathy. Nigrunan, merciless these people are. so wicked, Dushtacharinaha, Sarakshasan, Pamakarmastan, never engage in sinful action only. Yajnagnan, those who are destroyers of Yajna, Rudirashanan, they are the drinkers of blood. Such people, I am not going to leave them. Ityuktva, Lakshmanam, saying to this Lakshmana, Cha Ashu, quickly, Lagavam Darshayanniva, as though, by Hantaka Kel. So, very, very casually or very, without much effort, Vigrihya Sumaha Chastram. He has taken another Astra, Agneyam. Now, the earlier one was a cold shaft or cold Astra. Now he has taken the fire. Raghunandara, he took the fire missile. Subahu Urasi Vikshikshepa. He directly hit on the chest of Subahu. Saviddaha, pierced by that, Prapatat Bhuvi. He fell down all the way onto the ground. Like a person falling from the 13th floor or 20th floor. Tadam! Tadani, his name has become Tadani. If he is still alive and his leg is broken, he become Kriplani. So, one person was working in a construction site, on the 20th floor. So, a fellow came from the below. He was, "Hey Amar, your son committed suicide." So, what? Yes, what? My son committed suicide? He saying that he just fell down from there, 20th floor. So, as he was coming down, when he came to the 15th floor, said, "I don't have a son at all." He realized that he doesn't have a son. Then he came to the 10th floor. "I'm not even married." And he was about to hit the ground. "I'm not Amar." So that is late realization, I would say. After falling down, what is the question of asking all of these questions? So here he fell all the way from the sky completely. Prapatat, Prakashena apatat, bhuvi. He fell down on the floor and died there. So, he immediately took all this, another weapon, set of weapons out of Vayu, wind. So one it was cold, another is Agni and then Vayu. He took that. Seshan Vayavyamadaya, Nijagana Mahayashaha. Others also have been killed. Raghava Paramaudara, the most noble Rama, Muninam Mudam Avahan. He brought delight to the mind of all the Munis there. Sahatva Rakshasan Sarvan, all of them being killed. Yajnaknan Raghunandanaha, all those Yajna destroyers have been killed. Rishibihi Pujidas Tatra, being worshipped by the Rishis, Yatendro Vijaye Pura, just like the Indra was continuously worshipped by all the Devatas. That way Rama was extolled by all the Rishis who are assembled there. Now until this point, Vishwamitra was in deep contemplation. And anything that is going on, he was not aware at all. Completely, detached from all that. So now what happened? He opened his eyes, looked around. Ata yajne samapte tu Vishwamitro Mahamunihi Niritika disho drishtva Akustam idam abravit Kritartosmi mahabaho Kritam guruvajastvaya Siddhashramidam satyam Kritam veeramahayasah Sahiramam prashasyevam Tabhyam sandhyam upagamat. Then at this day end, at the Yajna Samaptetu, at the end of this Samapti of the Yajna, Vishwamitra Mahamunihi, the Mahamuni, great Vishwamitra, Niridika disho drishtva. He looked around. So quiet and calm and everything. Over? Yajna is complete. That means he didn't see any one of these Rakshasas appearing anywhere. He realized that Lakshmana and Rama had done their work. Drishtva kagustamidam abravi. He then spoken to Sri Rama. Kridartosmi mahabaho. Oh, mighty armed Rama, I'm indeed very grateful to you. Kridam guru vachastvaya. You have done, exactly what the Guru had expected you to do. Then any gratitude in life, what you do to the Guru is the greatest gratitude. Guruji also wrote the Kritaknyata. Gratitude. The greatest gratitude is not what one does to one's, parents or anything, but what one does to the Guru is the greatest gratitude. Because, in the worldly sense, father one has to oblige and mother one has to oblige because they have given birth and all other education or whatever it is. But the one who has released oneself from the eternal bondage, what kind of a gratitude you can give? That gratitude is the highest. Any amount you do is not sufficient. Because the soul which has been suffering for so many lives have been given finally an emancipation, a release. That's why Shankaracharya says at the last part of Bhajagovinda, it's my favorite verse. Guru charanam bhuja nirbhara bhaktaha samsarat achirat bhava muktaha sendriya manasa niyama devam drakshadi nijakridayastam devam. Guru charana ambuja nirbhara bhaktaha. Filled with devotion. Nirbhara. Bru bharati means to fill. Nirbhara. Unfilling, meaning completely filled with devotion, which can never be filled actually. Nirbhara bhaktaha. Guru charana ambujao, at the lotus feet of the teacher. Samsarat achirat bhava muktaha. Such a person will get released from the samsara very quickly. How? Sa indriya manasa niyamadeva. By proper control of the senses and the mind, which is advised by the teacher, drakshasi, he will see. Nijahrudayastam devam. Swahrudayastam devam. Such a person will surely see the God in one's own heart. So, worship of the lotus feet of the teacher, along with the instruction which is given by him, an individual will surely get out of the bondage and will see the presence of God in one's own heart. So, the greatest gratitude we can show is the gratitude that one can show to the Guru. And that is why, Shivorushte, Guruhu, when Shiva is very angry, you can go to Guru. When the Guru is angry, even Shiva will not protect you. Shivorushte Guru Sharanagati. Gururushte Naiva Sharanagati. If Guru is angry, you cannot do anything. Yes, if Shiva is angry, you can at least go to Guru. But if Guru is angry. So here, he says, Kritartha hasmi. When he said, I am grateful to you, Rama was feeling so bad. Because I am doing it, my grateful work to you. When I show my gratitude to you. He says, Kritam Guru Vachastvaya. You have done what your Guru wanted. Vishwamitram Siddhashramavidam Satyam Kritam. You just again proved that this place is Siddhashrama. In the place of accomplishment. Veera Mahayashaha. Kritam Veera Mahayashaha. Oh, you have completed the task. Sahi Ramam Prashasya Evam. As even Rama was being thus praised by Vishwamitra. What he was doing? He prostrated him and went for his Sandhya Vandanam. See, what brought that integrity, stamina, power, discipline is the daily discipline that he followed as a human. worship of the sun and doing his Gayatri Japa and worship of the feet of the teacher, even as he taken the human form, he showed to the world, this is how you should live. That is the greatness of Sri Rama, where he never, failed being human. Always. He proved to the world that this, even if Lord takes the form of the human, he must abide by the human rules. Then only he can be an excellent individual. Purusheshu uttamaha, uttama purushaha, maryada purushottamaha. Following the tradition, following the, the rules of being human there. Thus, this particular chapter comes to an end. Ityashe Srimad Ramayane Valmikiye Adikavye Bhalakande Trimsha Sargaha. So, when the 30th chapter is over, what happens is 31 begins. Okay. Adatam Rajanim Tatra Kritartho Rama Lakshmano Ushadur Mutito Viro Prakrishtenantaratmana Prabhatayam tu Sharvaryam Krutapaurvahnika Kriyau Vishwamitram Rishim Chanyan Sahitavabhijagmagutmaduhu Abhivadya Munisreshtam Jalantamiva Pavakam Uchatu Paramodaram Vakyam Madrabhashino Imosma Munishardula Kinkaro Samupagato Ajñapaya Munisreshta Shasanam Karavavakim Eva Mukte Tayor Vakye Sarva Eva Maharshayah Vishwamitram Puraskritya Ramam Vajanam Abhruvan. That particular night, Tam Rajanim Ata Tatra Krutartho Rama Lakshmano, so fulfilled Rama Lakshmana, Ushuduhu, they stayed back there. Mudito Viro, very delighted in their heart, Pahrishten Antaratmana. In their heart they were very delighted, they could accomplish the task of protecting, and for which purpose Vishwamitra brought them all, both of them there. Prabhadayam to Sharvaryam, at the beginning of the day, as the day broke, Krita Paurva Agnika Kriyau. They performed their morning ritual of worshipping the sun and the fire, the ritual. Vishwamitram Rishimscha Anyan Sahitau Abhijagmatuhu. Along with Vishwamitra, with all the rishis, etc., they both reached the proximity of Vishwamitra, and Abhivadya, having saluted Munisreshtam, Jalantamiva Pavakam. As he said, he was such a brilliantly shining Tapasvi and Tejasvi sitting there. Uchatuku Paramodaram Vakyam Madhurabhashino. They, with very sweet words, what did they say? Now, we have accomplished the task of protecting your Vedic ritual. Now, give me some more work. See, they are untiring. They are young boys there, and they know exactly why they are brought by Vishwamitra. And therefore, tell us, Imosma Munishardula Kinkaro Samubhagato. Kimkaro, what is to be done? So those who are asking Kinkaromi, they are called Kinkaras. So they will Kinkaromi. Ajñapaya Munisreshta. Shasanam Karavavakim. Please command us. What else to be done by us? Tell us. Eva Mukte Tavayor Vakye. As they were even uttering Sarva Eva Maharshaya, all the rishis keeping Vishwamitra in the front, they said something to Rama and Lakshmana. What did they say? We are going to Mithila. Mithila is further northeast from where they are. So that is the place where Sitaji's, that Swayamvara was taking place. So Sitaji is from Nepal, as you all know. Sitaji is from Nepal. That's why in Nepal you will find all of them, worshippers of Sita is on the red colored dress they wear most of the time with the red bindi, red, So they are, very fond of Sitaji because that's her abode. Maitilasya narasreshta Janakasya bhavishyati Yajna paramadharmishtaha Tatrayasyamahe vayam Tvam chaiva narasardula Sahasmabhirgamishyasi Adbhudam cha dhanuratnam Tatratvam drashtumarhasi Taddipurvam narasreshta Dattam sadasi devataihi Aprameya balam ghoram Make paramavaswaram Nasya devana gandharvaha Nasurana cha rakshasaha Kartumaropanam shaktaha Nakatanjana manushaha Maitilasya narasreshta janakasya paramadashtihi tatra yajnaha bhavishyati vayam yasyamahe. There is a place called Mithila there. Maitilasya narasreshta, that the best of the Mithila was in that the king Janaka, who is a paramadharmi, was so established in dharma. There is a yajna that is going to be yajnaha bhavishyati vayam yasyamahe. We are all going there. Tvam you can also come with us. E narasreshta sa asmabhihi saha, together with abhigamishati. You will also go. What is there to see? Adbhutam cha dhanuratnam tatratnam drashtumarhasi. There you will be able to see the best of the bows that are being displayed there. That was originally Purvam Tadhi Dattam Satasi Devatai. In a very great assembly of people, this was given to Janaka by the Devatas. And Aprameya Balam, it is incomparable prowess, that huge, strong Ghoram, which is terrible, huge bow. Make Paramabhaswaram, it is there in that yajna, which is so supremely brilliant. Na asya devaha, gandharvaha, asuraha, rakshasaha, katanchana manushaha, shaktaha kattum aropanam. Aropanam kattum na shaktaha. Devatas, Gandharvas, Manushyas, none of them could ever able to string that bow. That means it is so powerful, and such a one they have kept in display, and we all will go and see. Very innocently Rama, oh, can I come with you all? So, we'll see. But, Swamiji, we are quickly coming to the marriage. That is at the last chapter of this. That means the entire book is what? What happened between now and going to Mithila. There are so many different things that are going to happen. So don't say that, this is round the corner, this marriage is going to happen. No. It will take at least another, some 15 months, that's all. Om sarve bhavantu suginaha, sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschid dukkha bhat bhavet. Om shanti shanti shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. अगणित गुणगण भूषण राम आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम अयोध्यवासी सीताराम आपद्बान्धव जय जय राम दशरथ नंदन श्रीराम दशमुखमर्दन जय जय राम कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम कामितफलदा जय जय राम पाप विमोचन श्रीराम पट्टाभिराम जय जय राम जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम जय रघुराम जय सिय राम वानर सेवित श्रीराम वारिधि वंदन जय जय राम हनुमत पूजित सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम रघुपति राघव राजा राम पतित पावन सीताराम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम श्रीराम जय जय राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की